Hello everybody, welcome to another awesome StarCraft 2 cast. I am TheFish and I'll be your master of ceremonies for today. Now I recently have been browsing some of the replays that have been going up online and I saw one that really caught my eye. So today we're going to have some pretty good players. Spawning in the bottom left corner of Daybreak is none other than Millennium's Stephano. Spawning in the top right hand corner we're going to have LucifroN. Now, for those of you who don't know LucifroN, he is a Spanish player. His brother also plays. I think he used to also play Warcraft 3, and he's also the first boss of Molten Core, so you can face him in the World of Warcraft. Now, LucifroN is from Spain, and recently he made some waves, some splashes in the gaming world when he won the Scan Invitational. He beat players like D-Muslim and a couple other really good players. And he did that without losing a single game, so it was really impressive to watch for LucifroN. LucifroN's playstyle is he's very good at multitasking. He seems to be favoring drop play. He likes to use Marines in combination with dropships and tanks, medevacs I should say. And he's really good at sort of focusing his opponents, going for strange timings. So he's very exciting to play, and he seems to be getting better and better and better. So exciting to watch him. And of course, Stephano, he's recovering from a recent hangover. But everybody knows Stephano, everybody loves Stephano. He's kind of the great American hope. Of course, he hails from Paris, Idaho, in the United States. I kid, he's actually from France. So we're going to be having a Spain versus France game today, so we'll have to see who wins. It's actually not soccer that we're playing, or football I should say, we're playing StarCraft here, but still, should be fun and exciting. So it looks like LucifroN's going to go command center first. He never got scouted or anything, so it's pretty safe to do so on this map. It's large, very macro-oriented map. Daybreak LE, and this was going to be LE, showing that it does have a full base at this location, so it was played on the European ladder. So I'm going to try and dissect these guys' builds. And to be honest, I'm a lot better at... I know what Stephano's going to do. He goes for a similar build in a lot of his games. So it looks like he was going for the 15 hatch in the relatively economical pool. And some banter going on here already. I always like to watch Stephano's games because he always has funny things to say in the chat. I think at DreamHack he asked somebody, he told somebody he liked their pants. I think it was Mana. He's like, hey, I like your pants. And that was like GG. Very funny guy, Stephano. So LucifroN, second base already finishing up. Stephano's second base also already finishing up. And Stephano taking a nice little supply lead, as to be expected, since he is Zerg. Nothing out of the ordinary so far from either of these players, although LucifroN is on 2 refineries right now, so I'll have to see what he plans on doing with that. I know he likes to get siege tanks out. He sometimes might even go for banshees in this case. So the factory does go down. Where did the factory go down? Factory go down, and what sort of an add-on is he going to be throwing down here? Let's find out. It's going to be a reactor. Okay, so he's either going to be going for some quick Hellion harassment, or maybe he'll be going for Marines, but in this case, probably Hellions. LucifroN scouting out the third base. He didn't see it, and now this SCV is going to get taken out by Zerglings. Keep an eye on him. Oops. He's going down. Oh, he's making a run for it. Is he going to get away? Oh, poor SCV. Get eaten by Zerglings. Pretty nasty death here. So LucifroN's got a bunch of gas saved up. I'm really wondering what he's doing with all this gas. We'll find out here. Throwing down a tech lab next, and a starport maybe? Yep. He's going for 2 Hellions and a tech lab. And Zergling speed's almost done for Stephano, and he hasn't taken a third base just yet. There it goes, okay. I'm beginning to wonder if he was going to go for some sort of a Baneling bust or something, but he's actually thrown down his third base. And he's getting back on the gas, so he might be doing his traditional Roach build. It's starting to look like that. And yeah, the Roach Warren does go down, so seeing some Roaches, maybe some Banelings as well. It's a pretty good composition in this matchup. So Let's see, quick engineering bay coming down and some more barracks. So pretty standard, nothing too out of the ordinary. Stim on the way for LucifroN. Stephano working on getting his third up. Still no layer coming out, but that's pretty standard. And let's see, the Roach Warren's going to be finishing up pretty soon. That might just be to stay safe from these Hellions. And LucifroN not even really attempting. I'm kind of surprised. Okay, here we go. He's moving in here with these Hellions. Let's see what kind of harassment he can do. It seems like Terran players are being very, very timid with their Hellions lately because of that Queen range buff. They really aren't that good against Queens anymore. But Stephano, he's only got 2 Queens out. He's probably going to be working on getting a third one at some point. But that's actually kind of unusual. You see Zergs getting a lot of Queens out. Now, already up to 4 gases for Stephano, so he's, yeah, I think he's going to go for Roach Baneling. That's my guess, although I don't see the Baneling nest coming out. He is going for upgrades for his Zerglings, though, so we'll have to see what he decides to do. And still, LucifroN, he's made these Hellions. He hasn't done anything with them yet, and now there's the Roaches out, so I'm not sure if he's really going to be able to do much. A little bit of attacking going on here, and another Roach is going to be in a great position to defend these Hellions, and he's going to have to turn around. And now this is 600 minerals that LucifroN wants to put to use. And wow, I'm actually surprised. LucifroN's supply is quite high, even though there are Roaches out. His macro is pretty good, and I really think that LucifroN is one of these people, one of these players to watch in the future. He's still relatively young, even his younger brother as well. He probably practices with him a lot, so he's got a good training partner. He's really good. He's a really good player, and if he can win entire tournaments over in the EU without losing a single game, I mean, that's definitely someone to watch. So we'll have to see. Stephano now, he seems to be switching into pretty heavy unit production here, and this is kind of good for him because right now LucifroN's starting to move in with some bio, a few Marauders, and a few Hellions. So this is actually going to be a really nice composition to deal with all these Roaches from LucifroN. So here we go. We're going to have looks like we're going to have a good engagement start to come down here. And it's still anybody's game, but Stim is done, and I think that these Marauders might be able to work through these Roaches. He actually repositions Hellions. Oh, but some more reinforcements coming in. So a nice reposition on this Hellions, but I think that these Roaches will be able to clean up most of the Marauders. And we'll see how many drones he's able to get with these. And then the Hellions are dying pretty quickly here. We'll watch them move out. The bio has been pretty much cleaned up. There's only one Marauder, which has just died. And we will get a few drones here, but it looks like these Hellions will pretty much be dying soon. And as the last one falls, we'll take a look at the Units Lost tab. And it's actually favoring Stephano. So LucifroN didn't do all that much with that initial push, and now Stephano is going to be running in here with some Zerglings to do a little bit of a counterattack. Stephano taking a bit of a supply lead. And whoop, where are you going, Zerglings? Wrong way. Okay, so we'll have to see what these guys are going to be doing. What's he got here at the front? Well, he actually has a lot of Marines, so that should be pretty good against all of these Zerglings. Both players on +1/+1 now. Stephano working on +2/+2 for his Zerglings and Roach speed, as well as an Infestation Pit. Now, what kind of transition can Stephano do in this situation? I know that LucifroN, he's going to start getting siege tanks out. He's going to want to get his third base up. But Stephano already working on his fourth, and what's his transition going to be? I wouldn't be surprised to see a Spire going down pretty soon. So we'll have to keep an eye on what Stephano's going to be following this up with. And pretty good creep spread as well from Stephano. That's the one thing. It's the Terran players, I think, are struggling in this matchup, and one of the reasons for that is because the Queens are so good, you can't deny the creep spread using your Hellions anymore, as we saw. So LucifroN had a good little adaptation, which was to do Marauder Hellion, which is really good against, Roach Ling, as long as you get a good engagement. And I think it was a good strategy by him. But I mean, Stephano had a really good strategy as well of going for the Roaches. So let's see, these Zerglings. There's a lot of Zerglings, and looks like Stephano wants to maybe do a two-pronged attack here. Maybe he'll try running into the natural at the same time as the third. There's a siege tank positioned very nicely here and here, which they all should be able to get some pretty good shots off on these Zerglings. And oh, here we go. One shot from that siege tank killed a couple Zerglings, and Stephano decided to back off there. pretty smartly, I think. Supply's pretty dead even. If you look at that, it's pretty evenly matched up game here. So if we look back at Stephano's base, he's got a Spire going down somewhere, and the where's that Spire? Probably at the natural, actually. Yeah, it's up in the corner. Spire's going down at the same time as the lair. When you see the Spire go down at the same time as the lair, that's an indication that he wants to go for Blue Lord. So he's starting to get Infestors out, because Infestors are a fantastic support unit. And he's probably just going to be sitting back at this point. So now LucifroN, he's going to be moving in with a dropper on the south side of the map. But wow, I mean, Stephano just has vision. Let's look at Stephano's vision right now. He's got vision of absolutely everything. So he knows there's going to be an attack coming. He's going to be all over this. So let's go back to everyone's view, and he's going to be positioning his army pretty defensively here. And a couple good fungals on this, and man, that's going to be tough for LucifroN to recover from. More groups of Marines coming out here. Still only +1/+1, +2/+2 is almost finished. He might just wait for that to go before attacking. Stephano's got +2/+2, and his +3/+3 is already on the way, as well as the Greater Spire and a second Spire. Second Spire will be used for getting upgrades. So here we go. Looks like we're going to have another engagement. LucifroN moving forward with a few Marines here. Nice fungal going down to stop them, but that Medevac's going to be able to heal them up pretty quick. He wants to get rid of some of these creep spread and start leapfrogging his siege tanks forward to maybe try and take out this base here. Here we go. Stephano looks like he wants to move in here. He's getting all of his Zerglings in, but that is a nice concave. Great fungals going down. Everything's going to be dying. And it looks like LucifroN's actually going to come out pretty much ahead in this. Only a little bit of energy left on these Infestors, but still a number of Zerglings. Oh wow, actually, a lot of these Marines are dead, and some of the Medevacs, it looks like the Medevacs have died, unless there was just only one there to begin with. So now some Roaches are going to be coming in, joining in the mix here, which is a nice choice. And Stephano's going to go for it again. Siege tanks are unsieged, so he's going to get a nice engagement here. It looks like he's going to be able to actually clean up everything that LucifroN has. And wow, actually a pretty good engagement at the end there for LucifroN, but he needs to really start to put some pressure on Stephano, because the Corruptors are out, and the Broodlords are going to be coming pretty quickly. So LucifroN does have a nice supply lead, but his army back here is still home. He's moving forward with some units to try and harass the 4th. Stephano's just going to send a small hit squad of Roaches to try and deal with this. And meanwhile, LucifroN again moving out with his +2/+2 units, and he's going to pick up with this Medevac. And there was a drop that had gone down somewhere, but I must have missed it. I don't think he could have done much here anyway. And LucifroN continuing to poke in to try and do some damage to this base. He removed about 500 hit points. He would like nothing more than to kill it off. But now, here come the Broodlords. So now Stephano is going to be at a pretty good advantage, as LucifroN doesn't really have any Viking coming out at all. So he will get this 4th base. So that's a nice little victory for LucifroN there, but it looks like he might actually... He's going to pull back here, and he's going to have to try and somehow defend against these Broodlords. He has his own 4th base up. He's got a little bit of a wall starting to morph in here at his own 3rd. But Stephano is hot in pursuit now, and LucifroN's actually... Whoa, he's got a weird position going on here. Let's see if he's going to try and get a flank off on this army. It's not going to work, as there's just too many Zerglings, and oh, a nice little flank move here. He's going to be taking out some of these Zerglings, as well as trying to work on the Broodlords. Can he get to them? I don't know, it's going to be close. Only a few Marines left, and they're going to start taking out the Broodlords. 1, 2, 3. 3 Broodlords dying, but very, very close here. And wow, just nice moves there by Stephano. He's actually going to save these last 2 Broodlords. Corruptors coming out to work on the Medevacs. +3/+3 coming out for LucifroN, but is it going to be too late? +1/+1's already going to be finishing all of these air units for Stephano. So what can LucifroN really do at this point? He needs to get Thors out, he needs to get Vikings out, and he just doesn't have the capabilities at this point. So we're going to have to see is he going to be able to hold this base. He's making it planetary. If he can hold off this base and continue to pump out some anti-air units, then maybe he has a shot. There's actually a Ghost Academy coming down for LucifroN, so that might be a nice choice. He can maybe snipe out some of the Infestors, a nice EMP, even use snipes on the Broodlords. I know that's not very popular anymore since the Ghost nerf, but it is still viable in some situations to do that. And all these tech labs are coming down. Looks like he wants to start pumping out Ghosts here, so that's an interesting choice. It's something we haven't really seen Terrans do recently. and a second Ghost Academy queued up as well, and immediately starts working on the Mobius reactor upgrade for his ghosts. So he's going to have Ghost coming out. He's also working on a Thor coming back home. So how is LucifroN going to deal with this? Well, that's how. He's also going to be doing some nice micro with a hit squad over here, but half the Marines are going to have letters sent home to their loved ones informing them that they were killed at the hands of the Zerg Swarm. A few Vikings now out as well from LucifroN's, and the supplies again are dead even, so it's still anybody's game here. Stephano is actually going to be doing a tech switch, which is actually not much of a tech switch, because he did start off by going into Zergling upgrades, so they will be fully upgraded Ultralisks coming out very soon. The Greater Spire has stopped working on upgrades for now. And man, look at Stephano's money. He's able to spend all of it, which is pretty damn impressive here. So with that in mind, LucifroN is continuing to macro up. He's pretty much maxed out at this point. He's got 3 ghosts on the way. Personal cloaking is already coming out. Mobius reactor is going to be finished. And oh my goodness, nuclear missile on the way as well. So wow, +2 vehicle weapons, all the upgrades coming down. And we're going to have some pretty catastrophic battles going on. What's Stephano's composition look like? Well, it's basically Ultra, Ling, and Fester. And these Ultras are about to be 3-5. They're about to have 5 armor. And the Zerglings are already +3/+3. And I want to check, he does have Adrenal Gland as well. So that's going to be a very, very scary Zerg army. And behind that, he's starting +2/+2 for his Broodlord. So even if this army dies, Stephano is going to be able to fall back into air tech. So constant tech switching is the name of the game for late game Zerg. LucifroN is going to be moving in here to try and take out some of these creep tumors. He definitely doesn't want Stephano to go up to the 6th base. And whoa, I feel bad for all these guys. They're going to be dead pretty soon. But a nice little move there. He's able to take out 4 Zerglings before they all get killed. Stephano repositioning his whole army. Looks like he might want to do some sort of another multi-pronged attack. Try it again, perhaps. And here we go. He's moving in here to try and take out this planetary fortress. A bunch of infested swarm eggs coming down. They're going to take some hits from the siege tanks. All these Zerglings moving in. They're trying to focus down the planetary. It looks like they'll be able to get it, as well as probably this other one. But oh, a lot of Ultras and Zerglings dying now. So a nice little bit of a hold and a ton of supply dropping off Stephano's main army. Now he's moving in here with these Ultras. I don't know about this. There's a bunch of Marines and Marauders, and they can fight these pretty well. And it looks like, I think these Ultras are going to get trapped and killed off. So a really nice defense here by LucifroN. And Stephano's now just running them at LucifroN's natural. It's going to supply them, perhaps, but what are these Ultras going to do? Where are they going? Oh my goodness. And it looks like they're going to get stuck on a ramp, trapped between a siege tank and a pack of Marines. And whoa boy, don't lose your ghost, LucifroN. He actually splits them up and cloaks a few of them, and wow, that was pretty nice micro. Woohoo, man. I'm telling you, man, ghosts are still viable in this matchup. You just gotta know how to use them. They're hard to use. They're a pain in the ass unit, but if you can use them well, they're pretty good. So with that great hold by LucifroN, he's taking a supply lead, and as you can see, look at their money right now. Both of these players are less than 100 minerals at the 24-minute mark, and nuclear launch detected. He's going to target fire this protected army. He's going to try and get the ghost. It looks like, whoa, this ghost 1 hit point left, and the ghost just dies. With a lot of infestor energy getting drained here, the ghosts are going to be moving in once again to try and do some more damage. No detection right now for Stephano. I don't even know if he's got any overseers at the moment, so this could be tough. Moving in with some Marines to try and do some damage. Blue Lord's going to be backing up all of these Zerglings. Another nuclear launch coming down. LucifroN really wants to get a nuke up on his base, and that's going to trigger Stephano's. And then all of his Zerglings, and whoa! A big engagement here, but a nice stutter step for leapfrog, I should say, by these siege tanks. And it's going to be tough for Stephano. Now the Broodlords are starting to die. At least it's starting to look bad for Stephano. Stores are just doing work. Both of these stores are doing work. And the Vikings, and a great composition, using every possible tactic Terran has. And he takes out all of these Broodlords, and now suddenly Stephano's in a tough spot. He's just got basically no army left. He's going to get a handful of infestors and Zerglings. He's going to lose his base. That's for sure. Everything dying. And LucifroN is looking really good right here. see what he decides to keep doing. He's going to decide to push in towards the third base. He's got more units coming out. And interesting positioning on some of these spore crawlers. He's going to be able to spot cloaked ghosts and things like that. Now LucifroN is moving into this third base. He wants to do some damage to it. And a nice fungal is going to trap some of these units. It's coming in with Corruptors, but there's too many Vikings. Corruptors can't do much of anything. Thor is actually going to be starting in Jordan, so that's not the next thing we're going to trade in. But the Ghost continuing to be in here sniping. And well played. Good game, says Stephano. And man, wow, really it was well played by LucifroN. So in a matchup that Terrans have been kind of saying is tough, it's a really tough matchup, and yes, it is a tough matchup, but LucifroN making it look easy against one of the best Zergs out there right now. Probably the best Zerg in the EU. Probably better than all the Zergs in the US, as much as it pains me to say it. And I mean, he's just one of the best Zergs, and LucifroN making a tough, really, really tough game look kind of easy. And I think it's thanks to his really nice use of ghosts, really good use of Thors and Vikings, and I don't know, man, he's got some really good multitasking. I don't know how. Oh wow, 31 kills on this guy. Was he able to nuke this? I want to check that. Let's check that. And I'll say goodbye. I got some other cool replays to show, which are also pretty good. But man, LucifroN, I'm telling you, he's one of these guys to watch. You want to watch him in the future, anytime you see him. And yeah, he was able to get the nuke off. Oh no, I guess not. What? Man, I totally missed this. Let's see. Is he able to get it? No, I guess not. Alright. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll try to find some more videos of LucifroN and other players as well. And oh, here we go. I knew there was a nuke coming down. Boom. And with that, I'll say GG. Thanks for watching.